This is Sims, and we are back with more Kitty Love. And we are in Kawahara's route, and we just woke up in Kazuya's house. Kazuya, who is somebody that works with Kawahara. After we turn into a cat in front of him, not Kazuya, in front of Kawahara, and then almost got hit by a car, and now we're here, and he doesn't seem to think it's odd that there is a cat that turned into a person. I don't know. Because I'm just assuming we weren't brought here as a cat. I'm assuming I was assuming we were brought here as a cat. But it would seem a little awkward that he doesn't seem weird about this. You know what I'm saying? But everyone seems to take the me transforming into a cat thing really well, so I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Kazuya brought me to the living room. On the big dining table, there was breakfast for two ready. Did you cook for me? I thought you might be hungry. Was it too much for you? No, I just don't know how to thank you. Please don't be like that. Relax a little. He made me sit down and sat down in front of me. I'm relaxed here, but why am I here? I have so many things I want to ask, but dig in. It was a Western-style breakfast. He was offering me with a smile. It was a Western-style breakfast. He was offering me with a smile. It sounds like that should be one sentence. Like, it was a Western-style breakfast he was offering me with a smile, and I couldn't say no. You know, that sounds better, but I don't know. God damn it, Tim. Now you're being a punctuation asshole. Thank you. Fresh salad and scrambled eggs. It was all tasty. Okay, Western-style breakfast. Who the fuck actually eats salad for breakfast? Stop it. It's weird. Like, we had salad for breakfast? No, like, lunch. Maybe if you're having brunch, but, like, breakfast? Weird. I don't know, that's just me. I could eat pancakes for dinner, but I can't have salad for breakfast. It's just, I don't know. Unless your breakfast is, like, 11 a.m., then it's, like, pretty much fucking lunch. So, like, fine, you know? But then you don't call it breakfast. You're like, I'm just eating lunch. I don't know. Scrambled eggs, though, yeah. Again, scrambled eggs you can have any time. Salad you don't have for breakfast. I was so hungry that I finished my dish very quickly. Here. He got me a coffee afterwards. Oh my god, you're supposed to drink while you eat. Oh, what is the... Also, it's weird when people, like, eat and then don't drink anything till after. I get it sometimes coffee after dinner or, like, after you eat, but, like, when you're eating food, you should have water, something. How do you eat and not have something to drink? I can't eat and not drink. It's weird. I don't know. I just can't. When I was having the coffee, he looked at me and smiled. How are you feeling? Are you calm now? Yes, but what have I done, really? You didn't do much. I just couldn't really leave you there, so I just brought you home. That's it. Thank you very much. Also for letting me stay and giving me breakfast. It's all right, but I have one question. A question? Is it like, why am I sleeping outside? I should just make up an excuse. Are you a human or a cat? It was an unexpected question, and I was about to drop my coffee cup. Why? It's quite straightforward. Kazuya was smiling, but I was scared. Please don't be afraid. I'm not here to threaten you. I'm just curious. But I guess it's none of my business. He's so taking this cup, so like, are you a cat or a bird? Like, what's the deal? Kazuya looked guilty asking me about this, and I was less cautious. I'm a human. I don't know whether you can believe me or not, but I turn into a cat only at night. In the morning, I turn back to human. It's a curse. A curse? It sounds like a lie, right? I understand if you can't believe me. I believe you. I saw you turning back from cat to human. Huh? I'll talk to you about last night. I was out for my day off. On the way back, there was a cat that jumped out in front of my car. It was a white cat, so I was able to find it. I was also not speeding, so I didn't hit you. But the cat was still unconscious, so I decided to take it back. I was leaving the cat on the sofa, but when I looked in the living room later, you turned into a human. This is the 11th floor in a very secure place. There's no way that a cat could escape or a human could enter, so I thought you were a cat. I was starting to feel tensed up. I felt bad asking, but I was very curious. Weren't you surprised? My occupation-wise, I see many surprising situations, so I don't get surprised that easily. Then Mr. Kawahara was very surprised, so he might not be Kazuya? Wait. Mr. Kawahara was very surprised, so he might not be Kazuya. Well, we know Kawahara's... What the fuck does that even mean? Is it trying to say, like, well, Kawahara was very surprised, so it's like, why not Kazuya? So, like, why wouldn't Kazuya be surprised? You know what I mean? Is she trying to, like, compare, like, well, if one was surprised, I'm surprised the other wasn't? Like, I don't... Okay, we're just gonna skip past that, because that's too much fucking for braining. Like, I can't. Wow. That's... What do you do? She knows what he does. She's been to the host club. Is she just being polite, or has she forgotten that she remembers him? What? You know what? I don't know why I asked these questions. This game makes no sense. Like, it's cute and it's fun, but sometimes some of the conversations make no fucking sense. Anyway, I'm the host from the host club. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves properly. I'm Kazuya Takikawa. Nice to meet you, Takikawa. He was being polite, but all I can think of was Mr. Kawahara. What is he doing right now? I wish I could explain to Mr. Kawahara, like right now. Then maybe he might be okay. I want to talk to him properly. I remembered about Mr. Kawahara and feel guilty. I introduced myself lightly to try switching my thoughts. Mr. Was it Takakawa? Wait, I don't think... Was that his name? Wait, was it? Maybe because Takakawa is too much like Kawahara and it's confusing me and I that's weird. You can call me Kazuya. Then, Kazuya... Yes? Please don't tell anyone about last night. I know they work together. Maybe Mr. Kawahara might hear something. Whatever the reason is, I don't want Mr. Kawahara to know that I stayed at Kazuya's place or about my curse. He saw you turn into a cat, so you should tell him about your curse. But I understand the not wanting him to know about the sleeping over. I want to tell him about the curse myself. Okay, that makes more sense. When I look at him, he was thinking. Then I'll keep it a secret on one condition. One condition? Mr. Kazuya showed me a smile that I've never seen from him. As a condition to not telling anyone, can you go on a date with me once? That's extortion! You not only helped me, but you also brought me home. Thank you very much, and extorted a date out of me. Thank you not very much. Thanks, I hate it. I thank Kazuya for sending me home by car. You're welcome. I bowed once again to Kazuya, who was smiling at me, and got out of the car. When I crossed the street and looked back at the car, Kazuya was still there waving his hand at me. He's really nice. He knows that... He has to have recognized her from the time she was at the host club. You know what I mean? Helping out with stuff? Because it's just random. Okay. Or, I guess maybe in the... Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. So you accidentally almost hit a cat. Okay, but you didn't. But you take it home. And then it turns into a person. And then you're like, well, that's weird. So you're like, I understand I may be in a little bit of shock. Or you're like, I'm just so used to being shocked. Nothing surprises me. And you're like, so are you like a person or a cat? Like, what the hell's going on? Okay, fine. Fine, you're calm about that. Because, like, wow, you've seen some shit. And this is, like, nothing. Cool. Oh, no. Hopefully it'll last. So I don't have to... Okay, but I can't. You have to live for, like, the next, like, the rest of this game. I hate that. I wish it would tell you beforehand so I knew, because I could have plugged these in yesterday, but... Anyway, but your first thought is like, okay, yeah, I won't tell anyone, but you want to go on a date with me? That's your first thought? That's... Dude. The fuck? Shouldn't you be like, yeah, no, I won't tell anyone, okay. And then you're like, what? But shouldn't you... He's got issues is all I'm saying. More issues than Cosmo Vogue and fucking, like, National Geographic. He's got a whole fucking library of issues, and I don't even know. But anyway. I waved at him and thought about it. He saved the cat who jumped in the middle of the street. He listened to me even about the transformation to a cat and then took me home. I felt a little bit uplifted, maybe because I was able to speak to him, and it was great he believed me. But I think he was joking when he mentioned having a date. Maybe he told me because I looked worried. No, girl, he fucking cray-cray. I didn't know what to answer when he mentioned a date, so he changed the topic immediately, thank God. Instead of the date, I should thank him somehow. I went up all the stairs to my floor, took my keys out from my bag, and then noticed something. There was something on the doorknob. A shopping bag from the convenience store? When I checked inside the bag, there was some food and medicine. Is this from Mr. Kawahara? I looked around a bit, but of course he's not around. I turned into a cat in front of Mr. Kawahara. He looked so surprised, but he was worried about me. But he still went and got medicine, like, maybe some NyQuil will help. I don't see that's what I expect. That's the level that I expect. Like I'll get her medicine from the store. Did she turn into a kid? NyQuil will fix that, right? I don't know how to do this. And he just is like not processing it properly. I expect that. Like, I grabbed the bag and went into my room. The next morning I felt better, but decided to take a few days from work, making the flu as an excuse. I was scared that I might turn into a cat before nighttime. However, after that day, I never turned into a cat during the day. A cat after the sun goes down, a human at sunrise. This was my cycle. That day I wasn't feeling well, so that's why I couldn't stay as a human longer, right? I didn't understand it, but it seems like staying a human was more complicated. For now, I should take care of my body more. I still thought about it, but I went towards Flora while walking. I continued thinking. I need to apologize for having taken off that long. Then I'll think about what I need to order, the display and everything else. Is he coming today? Mr. Kawahara came to the shop when I was thinking about the display a while ago. He was coming back from work. He is probably at work now too. Even though he visits the shop, what am I going to say when I face him? What should I say? My feelings were becoming even more depressed. The shop is right there, but I can't go forward. I'll accept whatever is going to happen to me. Good. I swept away all those thoughts and went into the shop. He's not coming. I kept on thinking about Mr. Kawahara. I kept on thinking if he's going to come or not, and I couldn't concentrate on work. There's so many things I have to do and solve. Endless troubles and problems made me feel depressed. Takuma looked at me worried. Are you okay? You really aren't fully recovered yet, are you? I'm sorry. I was only thinking about something else. I am okay, though. I will let you know if I don't feel okay. Okay. Actually, somebody from Club Viola is coming to the shop later. Somebody from the Club Viola? Yes, well, we made a mistake the other order. They helped us organize the event, right? A Full Bloom Day, yes. I'm so sorry for what happened. I remember the event was a success. The event was such a success that many customers came to the club after that. Yes, it seems they're going to have the event regularly, so they wanted to talk with us. We were offered to be a sponsor for the event so we would be able to increase brand awareness of our shop. Can you call me when they arrive? I'll be talking to them for a while, so can you take care of the shop? Sure, I'll do it. Takuma smiled at me and went back to his work. Somebody from Club Viola. I wonder if it's going to be Mr. Kawahara. He was the person in charge of Full Bloom Day, too. I got more nervous when I thought about seeing him. How long do I have to wait until he comes? It's going to be someone else. While I was thinking about that, I saw the shape of a man wearing a suit appear in front of the glass door, and the door opened. It's not him. Welcome! But instead, there was someone unexpected standing, so I stopped talking. It's Takuya, or Kazuya. That's what his name is. I'm like, what's his name? Which one? What? Mr. Kazuya. Hi there. This is interesting. I didn't know you were working here. Yes, I do. Why are you here, Mr. Kazuya? The club I'm working for decided to hold an event with flowers regularly, so I came here to talk about the contract. So you're the person in charge. Let me call my boss. I went to call Takuma. Why did Mr. Kawahara come instead? Maybe he don't work there anymore. Thank you very much. I escorted the customer outside the shop. Then I turned again to Mr. Kazuya. He smiled at me and I smiled back. Is the contract done? Yes, we did. Or we finished. We did it. Whatever. Hey, what about the person who was in charge of the event last time? He's not in charge anymore. Oh, really? Why? I stopped talking the moment I realized I was asking too much. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. Don't worry, it's not a problem. You asked me why, right? The person who was in charge asked me to take over in his place. That's why I'm doing it now. Oh, I see. He doesn't want to come to the store. He's avoiding me. But why? Is he trying to avoid me? That's what I'm thinking. Well, that would be understandable considering what happened. I kept on telling myself that that's normal. Hey, are you okay? I looked up when Kazuya talked to me. Yes, I'm sorry. I was thinking about something. I was overthinking things again. Kazuya didn't seem to care, so he smiled at me as usual. Let me ask you if you want to go out with me again. Would you go to the amusement park with me? Oh, the amusement park? I didn't really get what I was saying. I just repeated his words. I have a day off tomorrow. How's your schedule? Tomorrow, the shop will be closed, so I'm free. Good. I'll pick you up at your apartment around lunchtime. Mr. Kazuya bowed and left the shop. I followed him with my eyes. Don't you just... I don't know. I understand that there are some women who have this problem, but I'm just it's just fucking weird to me that, in these games, I'm like, is this really realistic? Are there people that actually have the problem where you just, exist and every man is, falling all over himself to ask you out? Because, I must smell. Hold on. I gotta smell my armpits or something. What the fuck? You know what it is? It's the resting bitch face is what it is. I always just look... I literally have tunnel vision. I'm like, don't look at me, don't talk to me. And I think I just exude that. Don't you fucking talk to me. But it's still fucking weird because this guy, I mean, again, you saw her transform from a cat and you're like, it's pretty hot, I should ask her out. That's a little fucking weird, dude. Kawahara has a much better, he's like, I kind of like her, but she turned into a cat. I gotta process this. Every other man that's actually dating her is so much more realistic in I have to process what just fucking happened because legitimately, if you saw a person turn into a cat, you'd be like, I need a minute. Right? I mean, why did he ask me on a date? Or maybe Kazuya knows that Kawahara's in love with you and he's trying to make him jealous. I don't know. I mean, because again, it seems really awkward that he's like, hey, so what's up? Although I wanted to ask Mr. Kazuya the reason, he had already left the shop. I replied like that. Well, that probably sounds like I'll go on a date with him. He said good, too. Although my feelings weren't clear, I went back to my work. She's like, I'm too much in a date. I think I agreed. I can't refuse him anymore because I don't have his number. Oh, I can't even refuse him anymore because I don't have his number. That's what I was thinking when I turned into a cat. Should I go to Club Viola? I am a cat, but since Mr. Kazuya knows that I can still meet him. Should I go to his workplace and refuse the date, though? How are you gonna tell him? With your little fucking kitty paws on your little kitty hips? What the fuck? I should think I'm seeing him as a thank you. Then I won't feel that bad. I should definitely say thank you. Yes! When I finally took my decision, Mr. Kawahara's face popped into my mind. I tried to push it away. I'm not that close to him anyway. I wasn't able to... However, when I started thinking about that, my feelings were getting depressed, and I jumped out of the house. I'm glad it's a house, because I was getting depressed, and I jumped out of the window. Well, that's an awkwardness. That's all I could think of when she was like, I'm getting depressed, and I jumped out of it, and I'm like, don't say it. And I was like, oh, thank God, that said the house. Because that wasn't going to end well. You know what they meant, but woo, phrasing. Thank God. I ran and ran until I was in front of Club Viola. I was in front of the back door, but no one came out. I sat in an empty box on the other side of the back door, and then I overheard somebody talking in the staff room. I haven't seen Kyo in a while. Is he okay? He's taking some time off. It's already been a week. He said he'll take off for the entire month. Seriously? I haven't heard that, but why? Who knows? Hikaru told me he saw Kyo at a studio in front of the station, but that's all I know. Studio? Why? I told you I don't know. By the way, about that customer. I heard they were changing the topic, so I just rushed to the station. He's gonna do his band thing. I didn't know where the studio was, but I thought I'd be able to find it. I want to see you. I don't know what I should do, but that can't be goodbye. As a cat, it took me less than 15 minutes to reach the studio. I was lucky enough to find somebody with an instrument who was entering the studio, so I followed him. I went up the stairs when the person at the reception was talking to the customer. She's like sneaking around. I love it. There were 3 rooms on each floor, and since the doors are made of glass in the center, I was able to look inside. Mr. Kawahara wasn't on the second floor, so I went up to the 3rd. I looked inside a large room near the stairs. There he is! Mr. Kawahara and 3 other people were in the room. The guy next to him playing the bass was the guy who came to visit him at Club Viola. Seems like Mr. Kawahara decided to form a band again. So there's a guitarist, a bassist, a drummer, and a keyboardist. Mr. Kawahara was in front of the microphone, so he's also the singer. Well, it's obvious. He's really good. I wonder if I can hear something. Almost no sound was coming out as the room was soundproof. I tried to listen to the instruments. A drum was beating a good rhythm. A nice guitar paired with a powerful keyboard. It's like she knows about music, right? When the music reached its peak, Mr. Kawahara started singing. What? The voice was completely different from the one I heard at his place before. I liked this one more. His voice was simply beautiful. I felt like he was enjoying singing from the bottom of his heart. They were all good. They did their best to create one sound. Mr. Kawahara, I think you should be a musician. I don't know much about his work as a host, but I felt that he had more talent for work with music. I'm on your side. Please don't forget this. I stepped away from the window. I wanted to watch more, but I didn't want to get caught either. I left the studio against my will. On the following day, I heard a car beeping. When I looked outside, Mr. Kazuya's car was parked alongside the street. Good. I got ready, got my bag, and left my room. That's true. It's not like you have to... I was thinking when he asked her out, I'm like, afternoon. But what happens if she turns into a cat? He's already... So that was stupid. I'm just too busy trying to protect our secret. And now I forgot he already knows, so it doesn't make a difference if we turn into a cat at the amusement park, because, like, whatever. When I opened the car door and got in, Mr. Kazuya smiled at me. When I opened the car door. Hi there. Oh, let's have fun today. Sure. I fastened the safety belt and then the car moved. Are you nervous? Yes, a bit. Me too. What? You too? Of course, because a beautiful lady is next to me. He's straightforward. I'm sure he's really popular at the shop. Yeah, it's like, I don't think I can believe anything you say because your job is to say nice things and, okay, it sounds horrible to say, manipulate women, but that's what you're doing. You're saying nice things and you're complimenting them and you're telling them what they want to hear so that you make more money. You're basically conning women. They're paying you to con them. I mean, they know when they go in that, like, this guy's going to be nice to me and I'm paying him for it. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to, I mean, unless you're paying for him to be a dick to you. I don't know, be like, you have a hot guy with glasses who can be a complete and utter fucking asshole? Because I might pay for that. I played too many of these games. I've played so many of these games and I love the glasses asshole that I can't even watch fucking anime anymore. And then I'm like, oh, they got glasses on and they're an asshole. I'm down. That's it. That's my favorite right there. Serious. It's so fucking bad. Oh, I got so many problems. Oh, Lord. Have you eaten already? Not yet. Okay, let's have lunch first. I know a really good place. I know, I get it. Shush. Stop it! I get it! Shh! The date went on without any problem. While we ate, we were talking about many things. The conversation was interesting, and I didn't feel any doubts anymore. What I really hate is there's, like, lights on the Switch panel, and I kind of wish... I thought, because there's 4 of them, to me, that should tell you, like, the battery's getting low. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the batteries are low. It should light up and, like, get lower. So when it's on the lowest, you know they're low. But there's no way to tell. I mean, I guess I think you can in the main menu. You can check them. I don't know. I haven't done that. But it's like, I was assuming that the little... Because, again, this is the first game I've played on my Switch since I bought it, like, a year ago. But But I kind of figured that those would tell you, like, oh, the battery's getting low. Like, otherwise it's just, why the fuck do you have 4 little lights if the top one's only the one that lights it? Like, that's stupid. That should tell you that it's low. You know what I mean? Like, when it gets to the bottom one, you know, oh shit, I gotta plug them in. Like, duh. Jesus Christ, Nintendo, think your shit through. Anyway, the conversation was interesting and I didn't feel any doubts anymore. When we left the restaurant, I wasn't nervous at all. We got back in the car and went to the amusement park. We parked the car in the parking lot and went to the park. Although it was a weekday, there were a lot of people. Is this place really popular? Yes, around this time of year they have a parade, and most of the people are here for that. I'm actually here to watch that too. What do you say? Sure. I was very relaxed when I looked at Mr. Kazuya's happy face. He really wanted to take me out. I was very rude to doubt him. What happened? Nothing. Let's go on that one. I cleared my mind and went around the amusement park with Mr. Kazuya. It's almost sundown. When Mr. Kazuya said that, I raised my head from the pamphlet. The sun was going down and the sky looked as if it was painted orange. That's true, but what time does the parade start? I'd agreed to watch it with him without thinking about me turning into a cat. But he knows that I'll turn into a cat. I guess I could still watch with him. It's good that he knows, so I can stay longer. It's convenient. If it's on schedule, it'll start at 7 p.m. Do you think you'll be okay? That's a close one. It's going to be a problem if there are many people around. Don't worry about that. I know a place where there are a few people. We can go there and watch the parade. It's actually, I mean, okay, so on the plus side for him, not that we should be dating him, but like, at least he's like, oh yeah, he's worrying about your curse thing and he knows about it. So it's, you know, so that's a nice thing. He's not Mr. Kawahara, but whatever. Mr. Kazuya took me to a place close to the Ferris wheel. It was really beautiful. I know you wanted to watch the parade from a closer spot. I am sorry. No, I'm aware of that. Actually, the reason why I brought you here isn't because of the parade. But you told me so. Yes, I am looking forward to that too, but more than that, I wanted to look at your smile. You had such a sad face yesterday. After I saw your expression, I became sad too. I felt like I should make you smile. That's why I asked you out today. When I think of it, I might have been quite rude. I'm sorry I was being pushy. No, I mean, thank you. Perhaps I really like you. That moment, a phone echoed around us. Excuse me. Mr. Kazuya took his phone from his pocket. He looked at the display and his expression changed completely. Don't worry, you can pick it up. I am sorry. Mr. Kazuya apologized and took the call. By the look of it, he probably got a call from somebody he doesn't like. Mr. Kazuya turned his back, moved a little bit away from me, and talked with a low voice. His voice sounded harsher. I noticed that he lowered his voice a lot. It wasn't good of me to eavesdrop, but when I tried to stop... Shit. I was surprised when I heard Mr. Kazuya say, Don't forget that word. After that, he kept on talking in a lower voice. I got a chill. I forgot about that, but Mr. Kazuya and Mr. Kawahara were not on good terms. He was always like this when he spoke to Mr. Kawahara. He talked in a cold way with cold words. I wasn't feeling comfortable. I took a step back and made a noise. Mr. Kazuya turned his face immediately. His eyes were glaring like those of a beast, but he suddenly smiled when he saw I was stepping back. But I can see that it's a fake smile. And then I thought that the smile he always showed me was also fake. What's wrong with him? What is he thinking? Mr. Kazuya turned away again. I couldn't see his face anymore. His voice became gentler, but I knew he was just trying to fake it. And even though it wasn't how it looked, my doubts wouldn't go away. After I heard his conversation, I couldn't stop looking at him suspiciously. Why did he approach me? Does he have another motive? There were so many things I couldn't understand. I was so scared that I thought about running away. What should I do? I was surrounded by terror and the world went upside down. That was the first time I thought I was lucky to be a cat. The moment my sight was back, I started running. If I run at full speed, a human couldn't have caught me. But Mr. Kazuya noticed that at once. Shit! That's what I heard. He thinks that he's gonna sell me to like the circus or something? I went away from that place and was able to calm down. He was really angry. Was that his true face? The face I had thought was gentle was just fake. Why? I don't understand, but I can't ask directly. He knows where I work and where I live. What should I do? I am scared now. Speaking of which, before thinking about where to go back, I should think of how. The parade was going on at that time. Wow. The amusement park was lit up and surrounded by a romantic atmosphere. I bet the parade is really beautiful. I want to watch with Mr. Kawahara. Jesus fucking Christ, like that wasn't an obvious one. I knew it was it because I saw the guy, but also that's pretty obvious. I wonder what Mr. Kawahara would say about the parade. He is childish sometimes. I'm sure he would enjoy it. I wanted to see this with Mr. Kawahara. I was thinking of giving up my feelings toward Mr. Kawahara. He was shocked from seeing me turning into a cat. That's why I had to run away without explaining anything. He didn't come back to Flora either, so it's been a while since I last talked to him. That's why I thought there was nothing I could have done, but I haven't said anything. I haven't told him anything. Not about the curse or my feelings for him. Nothing. I can't give up on him until I've told him the truth. I'm going to regret it if I don't tell him the truth. While I was looking at the amusement park's lights, I decided to tell my secret to Mr. Kawahara. I don't have that much time left. Yesterday, I became a cat before the parade started. I'm becoming a cat faster than before. And the time I'm going back into human is slower. How long am I going to stay as a cat in one day? It won't be long before the time spent as a cat is longer. Hey, you can go now. Good job. Okay, thank you. I can't work long hours anymore. I asked my boss to let me do the early shift. I knew I was giving in some trouble, but I wasn't ready to quit my job either. I still have to make a living, but I wasn't ready to quit the shop a lot. And if I keep on working here, I might have the chance to meet Mr. Kawahara. Girl, you need to go find him. I wonder if Mr. Kawahara is doing all right. I arrived at home before sundown. I checked the post box. There were some pamphlets in a brown envelope. There was no stamp and no recipient's name on it. I turned the envelope. Oh, is he doing a gig and he's telling you about it? And then my breath stopped. The characters were written in a sharp way. Kawahara Kyosuke. Mr. Kawahara. The band members were calling him Kyosuke. That's why he was called Kyo? I finally realized his full name. You didn't know what his name was? Mr. Kawahara is a customer of the flower shop and Kyo at the host club. I didn't know. We don't know each other. He doesn't know my name. Yes, he does. I want to know, and I want him to know. I want to talk to him, too. How does he not know your name? You work at the flower shop, and he's just like, hey, girl at the flower shop. He took you on. He doesn't know what you fucking... He knows what he's got to know what your fucking name is. It's fucking weird. I understand you always had a name to call him, so you never thought, oh, I knew his name was... I didn't know his full name. Well, I can understand that. But he doesn't know any name of yours at all? He knows Takuma's name. He should fucking know yours. I went up the stairs and looked at the envelope. What's inside? He wrote it because he couldn't tell me in person. Dear flower shop girl. I sat down on the sofa and took a deep breath. I took out the inside. There was a simple ticket with a logo. When I turned it over, there was a map. It wasn't that far from here, only 2 stops away by train. Concert? There was a letter behind the ticket. Instead of a memo, he used a music note. He didn't have anything much written on the letter, only one sentence. I'll have a concert, please come. It was only that. He didn't say anything about the cat. It was just an invitation. I don't know what he's thinking, but I was relieved. He's not avoiding me, I guess. I'll go. Thank you, Mr. Kawahara. I held the letter and the ticket. Like, it's going to be at night, so. When I found out that he wasn't avoiding me, I wanted to see him. I'm too positive. I was going toward Club Viola, but when I got to the shop, I stopped. How is he going to react? Also, he might not be there, and what's-his-face is there. How is he going to react now that he knows? Will he act differently, or is he going to be changed? I didn't know, so I was looking at the plate. Then the door opened. I'll be back for tomorrow, so... It was Mr. Kawahara. He recognized me. He's looking at me surprised. He wanted to say something, but he couldn't speak. We both froze for a while. Mr. Kawahara started talking. What's up? I was so sad because you didn't show up. He was so kind and gentle. He was the same. He didn't change his attitude and his smile. The innocent smile I love. He's going to stay the same. I was giving him space thinking I was depressed. I'm sorry. You didn't change at all. I'm really sorry. Meow. He was stroking at me and took me in his arms. That's adorable. Ah! That one's fucking... Okay. He literally has some of the best CGs, and I wasn't expecting that because I like that other one, but I love this one too because I love the derpy cat face. I love the derpy sock puppet cat face. I fucking love it. And this one's super cute because it's got the derpy sock puppet face. The other one's still gonna probably be our freaking NCG because I love that one a lot, but I love this fucking cat face. He's pretty, but the cat face, fucking love. Look at it. It's so doofy. I love it so much. Anyway, where are we going? He didn't stop. I understood where we're going. His place. I guess that's okay. And there's something I wanted to talk to you about. He talked quietly in my ear. I can tell you this. He used to tell me how he feels. But that's because I was a cat, when he didn't think I was a cat. When he didn't think I was a cat? When he didn't know I wasn't a cat, maybe? Even if he knows, he's still talking to me right now. I'll listen to you. I was staying calmly inside his arm as a yes. I was staying calmly inside his arms as a yes, and he held me a little tighter. I got to Mr. Kawahara's place. Unlike the last time, he put me on the sofa. I looked at him. Mr. Kawahara put a bitter smile and waved at me. Why are you being so stiff? Relax a little bit. Well, I'm nervous. I did relax on the sofa, but it makes me feel nervous. Want a drink? He was holding a beer in his hand. I can't drink because I'm a cat. Meow! When I replied loudly, he laughed. I'm joking. He was placing a plate on the floor. It was milk. I was nervous, but I'm grateful. When I started to drink, I heard the sound of a can opening. He's having a beer. You know, I enjoy being in a band. I really liked the music. He started talking and I nodded. And do you understand me? Yeah, because you were playing and singing happily. Meow. He was drinking beer quietly. I don't know why I started music. Probably it was fun playing and singing. But I started to think I sing because I wanted others to accept me, not because of joy. Mr. Kawahara started to talk bit by bit. I was born and raised in the countryside. I guess I was intimidated, so I had to do something. I have to do something, otherwise I'll forever just be a guy from the countryside. I tried to think of something that I could do, and that was singing. But that was enough. I had some confidence in singing. If I succeed with music, I thought I could have more confidence. If I have confidence, I won't be intimidated by others. But that was the mistake. I saw Mr. Kawahara having his beer. There's so many musicians from the countryside dreaming about becoming big. When that reality hit me, I finally understood. But that still made me feel stubborn. Then I won't be able to make good music, right? So we had less people supporting us, and I ran. I needed money for a living. When I started working as a host, I thought as long as I have money to live, I'll be okay. If I think about it, it was just an excuse. I was working so hard that I wouldn't think about music. When I realized it, I was number one. My regulars and the colleagues congratulated me, and I felt like I was finally feeling a good satisfaction. I became first. I got confidence. So after that, I felt like my feelings toward music were getting smaller. I wanted to keep being accepted. I probably wasn't good at music, and being a host is my dream job, but I couldn't really quit. When the band members asked me again, I get it! Ah! I felt bad, but I went back to music. I remembered how much I loved music. He stroked my head. Did you receive the ticket? Meow. I nodded at his question. Then he stroked me again, saying good. Come to our concert. You said you're going to support me, right? My heart jumped, and I'm excited. But I also had worries. Would I be able to listen to his concert properly? When I got home as a human, I checked the ticket. I went to check the time for the concert. Enter from 5:30 p.m. and it starts from 6. Recently, I'm turning into a cat earlier. I might turn into a cat even earlier by then. I hope I won't be a cat until that time. No, I wish I could stay as a human until the end of the concert. I don't want to be a cat. I said it out loud and made a fist. To go run to him, grab him, and kiss him and be like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to see if that would fix me so I wouldn't be a cat anymore. Days pass so quickly, and it's the day of the concert. You're checking the clock so much, but is there anything today? I'm sorry, I'll clean the entrance. I tried to run away from Takuma and went to the entrance. I felt like someone was watching. Takuma? When I turned around, Takuma was making a bouquet and not looking. I was thinking a little, then I felt normal. It must be my imagination, but it feels weird. It's what's-his-face. I felt like a child and brought the equipment back inside the shop. Bye! See you tomorrow! Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. I went back home quickly. I'll take a shower and get changed and... While I was going back, I was thinking of what to do at home. When I turned around, I saw the face of someone I know. I looked at him. Mr. Kazuya! He has a scary expression and was wearing a dark gray suit. He didn't try to hide his feelings. I was scared, but I faced him. 911, or whatever. Are you going to his concert? His expression was very cold. I guess that this is his usual expression. When I nodded, Mr. Kazuya looked upset. Why? He invited me. Is that it? He did invite me, but that's the start. Mr. Kawahara, he's stubborn and mean, but kind and fragile. How could I leave a guy like that? I just wanted to support him. Nonsense. Mr. Kazuya tried to walk away. Mr. Kazuya! He stopped. You're the one who made me realize my feelings. Thank you very much. He didn't answer and left. I thought he was going to try to kidnap our ass or something. But the thing is, I get it if he's kind of a dick to other people, but he's nice to you. But it's kind of weird. He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm faking being not... Like, he's faking being nice. He was faking being nice to you to try to, what, con you into dating him so that you would not date Kawahara because he's jealous of him? Like, what the fuck, dude? See, I told you there were some fucking issues. Nobody sees a girl turn into a fucking cat or vice versa and doesn't have a fucking moment of the actual fuck, I need a minute. He was totally cool with it. We should go on a date. Told you he had some fucking issues. Anyway. Go out from the west exit and turn right when I see the convenience store. I came back home and put on more makeup before I went to the concert. We're not going to get our ending today. Because I don't think we're in chapter 8 yet, are we? No. So his part's longer. He kind of went normal speed, but this last chapter or so is taking a long time. But I followed the map and saw the concert hall. I don't see other people. When I look at the clock, it's already past opening time. Are the others inside already? When I went downstairs and opened the door, there was a reception at the back of the corridor. Do you have a ticket? Yes, here. Thank you. You can have one drink with this. Please order the drink inside. Thank you. I finished going through the reception and opened the heavy door. 4 people! Sweet. It's really hot. People were all excited inside. There's so many people. It's not that small, but it's almost like I'll be bumping into people. They're popular. I feel happier. There's so many people supporting them other than me. There are people listening to them. And their jazz music, yeah. Didn't know he was in a jazz band. I stood by the wall and waited until it started. 6 p.m. The sound of the guitar started echoing. It was more like it echoed inside me as well. Look at her, she's like, oh. I love it. I was so excited about it, and I looked at the stage. Other group members stood, and Mr. Kawahara was in the center. I heard the sound of the drumsticks hitting together. After the 4 beats, the guitar and the drum echoed inside the hall. His strong voice was filled inside the concert hall, and the audience started to clap. I started to clap. This is amazing! It's amazing, Mr. Kawahara. I don't know much about music, but I know that Mr. Kawahara loved music. Maybe it's because it's a live concert, or maybe not. I don't care about that right now. I'm just touched by his music, and that was everything to me. But my limit is coming up. I can feel it's coming. No, I want to stay and watch his performance. I felt like I was going to lose my consciousness, so I tried to hold the fist tightly and try to hold myself together. The song he was singing was about supporting a person who's struggling. I was trying to cope a little bit more. This is our last song. I hope you enjoyed our performance. I can hear the voice from the stage. I can hear people saying, "Don't stop," or "We want more." He didn't answer and started his last song. Unlike the other songs, it was a calmer and melodic piece. His voice was gentle and sentimental. The song ended and he bowed on the stage. There was tons of clapping and cheering. I tried, but that was my limit. I tried to look for somewhere where I wouldn't be noticed by the wall. The next moment, when I opened my eyes, there were people's legs. I tried to go towards the corner of the room. I went through the way that the staff goes in and out to get out of the hall. Mr. Kawahara, it was the best concert. I was looking at the concert hall. When I turned around to go home, I heard the steps coming up. I turned around thinking maybe... There was Mr. Kawahara standing. He was looking straight at me. Thanks for listening. Thank you for inviting me. Meow! When I replied loudly, he smiled happily. There's Mr. Kawahara calling. I'm sorry, I have to go back. You came here for me? See ya. Get home safely. I saw him going back to the hall and left. I should say thank you when I turn back to a human. And I should tell him how I feel. I made up my mind and went back home. I woke up to the sunlight coming in from the window. I feel like my body's lighter. I feel like I was having the same feeling when I was at the concert hall. I thought back about the things that happened yesterday. I can still remember what I saw last night. The guitar and echoing drum and Mr. Kawahara's voice. Mr. Kawahara was singing on the stage. Oh, shining on the stage. I saw it as shining, but I was like, that was probably... No, I'm dumb. I put my hand in front of my heart. I feel warm and painful, and sometimes excited. I know what it feels like. I came to the front of Club Viola. I took a deep breath so many times, but I couldn't calm down. It's all right. He'll listen to me. Good. I came here, but I can't tell him how I feel. I entered the club inside. I got a habit of entering when I was a cat. I entered without asking. Maybe he's not here. Maybe I should go to his place. He must be tired. I should go to his place if he isn't here. I entered, but there was no one there. No one's here? I was saying out loud. It wasn't locked, so I thought there was someone inside. Maybe everyone's out or staying in the staff room? And I feel a little odd here. Hello? There was a voice from behind and I jumped. Mr. Kazuya? When I turned around, Mr. Kazuya was standing by the wall and smiled at me. He looks gentle, but I know he's not all kind, so I can't look at him straight. Did I surprise you? I'm sorry. I took a step back when he moved. No, I'm all right. Sorry to bother you. I thought I'd be in danger, so I was trying to leave. I try not to see him in the eye. I try not to look him in the eyes, and I try to pass next to him. Wait. I couldn't move. What? I don't want to stay here, but I can't move. Only with one word, I can tell he was showing himself. You came to see Kyo, right? My silence answered him, and he kept on talking without hiding. I hate him. He acts like he's fooling around, but he earns trust from people easily. I've put in so much effort and work, but he doesn't even put in any himself. It's unfair. Well, maybe it's because you're an asshole and he's actually nice and kind. I was getting really mad at what he was telling me. Mr. Kawahara isn't putting in effort? What do you know about him? You haven't seen him enough. I was about to explode, but if I make a scene, I'll cause trouble, so I try not to get mad. Excuse me. I shouldn't talk to a person like this, so I was going to pass in front of him. I said wait. He grabbed my shoulder roughly. Stop! Get off me! You chose him too? Then. His face was coming closer. I thought he was going to kiss me. Hey, stop! Please! I tried to get away, but of course he's stronger. His face was so close, and I could touch my nose with his. I was about to cry. I don't want to kiss him. I don't want to be kissed by a person I don't like. Help! Mr. Kawahara! Mr. Kawahara! Help me! What are you doing to her? When I screamed for help, there was an angry voice. I heard the sound of someone being hit and I was released. Are you alright? It was Mr. Kawahara in front of me. Mr. Kazuya was on the floor and his cheek was swollen. He was holding his mouth and glaring at him. Mr. Kawahara ignored him and looked at me. Are you injured? Are you alright? He looked worried and I started to cry. I was relieved and happy that he helped me. Did he do something to you? Hey! No, he didn't. I'm alright. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. It's not your fault. As long as you're safe, it's okay. We're gonna get away from here. Mr. Kawahara pulled me and went towards the back door. Hey, wait! I could hear Mr. Kazuya talking. I'm not gonna give up. I'll make you regret. Whatever. You don't have to worry. I nodded. I didn't feel worried at all. Oh, no, he was saying that to me. You don't have to worry. I was like, that's it. I don't have to worry about what? Like, we got out from the back door. We went to the parking lot and we immediately left. I thought we heard Mr. Kazuya, but we left him there. I turned around to check and he was gone. I sighed. We should be fine now. I hope so. What did he want to do? Why me? I don't know. It's upsetting to even think about it. He didn't do anything to you, right? Yeah, I'm okay. I couldn't feel my fingertips when I recall what I experienced earlier. He's the owner's favorite, so he's not going to get sacked. I would do it if I was the owner. He sighed and looked at me. Anyway, why were you in the club? When he asked me that question, I could feel my face turning red. I completely forgot about it because I was panicking, but I wanted to tell him my feelings. And I was supposed to tell him, so it's making me even more nervous now. So, I really wanted to tell you about something, and... How come you can't talk normally today? Well, many things happened. Okay, let's go somewhere where no one can disturb us. Then he started driving. I couldn't see his face directly, so I was looking outside the window. I finally got a chance to talk to him. I was happy, but it also made me feel nervous. Oh, okay. Woo, we're in our happy ending. Ooh. I guess we'll see how long this goes. I'm worried about the battery, but also we only have like 8 minutes, but we're at the ending, so maybe we'll just try to finish this. So we were at a place where we could see the town. Ugh, I haven't slept after the concert, so this light is a bit too much for me. He was blinking and started to rub his eyes. Oh, right. Your concert was really amazing. Thanks for coming. Thank you for inviting me. I think I'll become your fan. He smiled when I said that. It was really fun to have a concert. I really love singing, and I completely forgot about how much I love music. I understood you made me realize that. Mr. Kawahara stroked my head quietly like he used to do when I was a cat. I've decided something. I really want to go for my dreams. Does that mean I'll quit being a host and I'll work on my band? Mr. Kawahara, I really love his music. It makes me happy to be able to listen to his music. You'll be all right. You can sing such beautiful songs. I tried to tell him my support. He looked surprised and went back to that kind smile. Thank you. When you tell me this, I feel like I can do it. Mr. Kawahara, you sounded different than usual, and it makes my heart beat quickly. How do we normally talk? I'm nervous now. When I was having trouble talking to him, he opened up. I'm sorry to make you be in a scary situation. He always goes against me. Huh? I didn't expect him to talk about it when he talked about Mr. Kazuya. But his pride was hurt that he couldn't win, so that's why he went nuts. That's why he was aiming at you. But why me? He thought he'd be better by taking away the girl I wanted to be with. Huh? Mr. Kawahara tried to understand. When I look at him, he took his eyes away and blushed. He continued without looking at me. I know! Chill out! I really want to punch him, to be honest. But I guess I realized about you, because he was in the way. Mr. Kawahara looked at me seriously. Mr. Kawahara, call me by my first name. Huh? Kyosuke? When I called him that, he smiled at me. Yeah, it's good to be called by my real name. The way Kyosuke showed me his smile made me embarrassed too, and I looked down. After taking a breath, I'm in love with you. He told me straight. I love you too, Kyosuke. Then I spoke my feelings honestly. After I told him, I felt like I'd been released from suppression. Then I realized I haven't told him the important thing. About the cat. I mean, you might not be able to believe me, but I believe you. I've seen it myself, so I have to believe you. And I've never seen you lie to me. I was surprised, but felt really secure. He'll listen to me and understand me. So... Then I told him about the cats, what I know about it all. I was cursed by a black cat, and I turned into a cat. In order to break the curse, I have to have true love's kiss. He nodded while he was listening. Oh, I guess it's a kiss from Prince Charming. Prince? I thought about a fairy tale in my head. And then the princess needs to break the curse on the prince needs to break the curse on the princess. When he murmured, he pulled my chin up and his face came closer and our lips touched. I didn't have time to think whether it's soft or warm. My face is so hot and I was feeling dizzy. Cat forever! Well, fuck. Just kidding. How is it? What do you mean? So the princess isn't going to be satisfied with just once. Ha, cute. Then his face came closer and he kissed me slowly. So this is the kiss with my true love. Then I heard a voice echo in my head. The curse has been broken. Is that voice? When I was about to ask, the voice was gone and Kyosuke's lips moved away. How was it? I smiled at Kyosuke, who was blushing a little. I think I'm okay. I see. He placed his forehead on mine and looked at me softly. What? Was there anything funny? I'm sorry, I didn't laugh at you. I was just happy. There's so many parts that I don't know about Kyosuke, and I got to see that. And I'll be able to know more from now on. I wanted Kyosuke to understand my happiness, so I placed my arms around his back. Oh. Have you finished preparing? I was walking around the waiting room. You're not the one who's going to be on the stage, so calm down. But this concert hall is a lot bigger than the last one. Aren't you supposed to be too calm for this? You're okay with your throat, right? You keep on asking me questions. I'll be fine. I've been practicing every day. A couple of months after his concert, he quit his job at the host club and he concentrated on music. But he's still wearing his pimp suit. I thought it would be difficult for him to quit the club since he's the #1 host. But his customers and the people from the host club understood him when he spoke honestly, and they didn't have a problem with it. A couple of concerts later, there's more fans and they're able to play in bigger halls. The number of the audience is a lot more than the first time. And he's not nervous. How can he do that? I was the one who was nervous. Why did you come here? I came to deliver the flowers. I put down flowers from Club Viola. We get orders on the day of the gig. You fool. The flower shop clerk won't go into the waiting room. Huh? What do you mean? I asked the staff to send you in. Huh? He hugged me from behind. One hand was holding my arm and it was shaking. I get nervous with a gig this big. I thought I could do it if I see you. Oh, really? I didn't know he thought of me like that. I feel a tingle inside of my heart. Well, you didn't even notice, but it's you, so... He sighed and pulled me away. I'm sorry. Well, I guess that sounds like you, and I'm happy that I got to see you. Then he messed my hair. What? Hey, my hair! Stop! When I finish the concert successfully, let's celebrate. After he said that, he waved his hand and left the room. He's so pushy. Although I sighed, the face I see inside the mirror looks happy. I guess I enjoy staying with Mr. Kawahara. He's going to continue working on music. I hope I can support him. Okay, why don't I go and watch from the audience's side? I quickly went out. As a celebration, I should give him a bouquet. This time I'll make something so beautiful that he'll be surprised. I have to grow up so that I can catch up with him. When I opened the door, there were so many audience members cheering for them. Okay, cool, there we go. And I wish we could skip the thing, but we can't. We can't. We should have given him the Lupin voice treatment because technically he is voiced by Lupin, so it would have been funny, but it didn't fit him. So anyway, yeah. Because Ro wasn't bad. I mean, because he's the character that you see the least. You know what I mean? But he had some of the like best CGs, I think. I think I like some of his the most. But we'll get to them. I wish we could skip this because I don't want to sit here for like 5 minutes. Because I'm worried about the battery on my remote. But it's a perfect timing. So look at that. So the next part we will do his non-happy, I guess the normal ending or whatever. They're still happy endings, but yeah. So the game's almost over if you think about it, because we got one more, and then we just got to do Saijo's route. And then, you know, it's funny that he's seeing us as a cat, considering the fact that he's a cat too. So this is going to be weird, you know what I mean? I'm really curious about it, but we're not there yet. Unexpected. Oh, whoopsie. I guess I was trying to click this, so. Like, he looks so adorable there. like not his normal, like, cocky self. He just looks, like, adorable and sweet, but I still love this sock puppet fucking cat. I can see the sock. I know the cat's facing away from us, but I can see the sock puppet cat face on that. I will never. I want to print out every version of that cat face and just make pins and just have an entire fucking, like, wallet or something with that fucking. That cat face has got to go on every fucking Eat-A bag I have. I love it so much. It's so funny. Oh my god, sock puppet cat. I love it. He's like, he's got such a bitch face on. That one's really cute. Whoopsie. Whoop. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Like, I was here and it's like, and it just bounced over there. And it's just like, he's sleeping through the movie. It's kind of adorable though. Like that one. I love it so much. Look at how adorable. Okay, the cat is actually really fucking adorable in this one, and doesn't have the stupid sock puppet cat. This is like a really cute cat. It's like so adorable. And that one's so adorable. Look at the cat face. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, that one's really pretty too. I like the little sparkly things around it. So. I wish there was an easier way to flick through the CGs, you know what I mean? Kiss from the prince. Lovely, beautiful. So, yeah, anyway, like I said, this is seriously, I think, like, I do like that one, but I love this one. I don't know, it's pretty, but anyway, yeah, we'll do his normal ending. I was like, it's not the unhappy ending because it's still pretty good. We'll do his normal ending in the next part. So that part will be probably short. I'll have to skip through a bunch because chapter 8 doesn't have any choices. So we'll have to I'll probably start wherever this one started and just skip through. So it just burns up a few minutes. Yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.